Shout out to everybody out there on White Street. You already know what it is. Salute to everybody.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another scorecard reaction for y'all, and you already know what it is. Let's get it. Yo, we got Landmark up, man. I've been waiting for this stuff. We should have a lot more music come from it in the near future. This video should actually be dropping on the heels of the interview that I finally got with him. We've been working towards that strategically for several months now. We wanted to make sure that we start putting out the reactions and putting out the interviews and stuff like that in a timely fashion from when the music was going to get released as a way to help support and help promote. So yeah, with that being said, we are huge supporters of Landmark. Make sure you check out his body of work, check out the interview. Do me a favor, run the gauntlet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, a little bell notification guy. We about to hop into this, see what this is hitting for. We do have visuals on this as well. We'll full screen this for the video. And let's see, we got Fog. Let's see what it's hitting for. Some smooth jazz vibes right off the bat. Oh yeah, sorry, this down a little low.
They said the Lord's coming, but it's been 2,000 years. Shadow of a ghost, the shade of a cloak of an...
Let's go! How you start off like that?
They said the Lord's coming, but it's been 2,000 years. Shadow of a ghost, the shade of a cloak of an ear. Now I'm following the chorus of a crowd of the mutineers. The leader of the pack is a stooge and a puppeteer. The feeder...
Alright, I like this flow that he's got. So he's got like this, he's doing a line, and then he's got a pause into the rhyme scheme. Then he's got the complete rhyme scheme. Then he's got another line with the pause into the rhyme scheme. I don't know that I've heard him with this exact delivery before, but I kind of like it. It gives the same effect that it does when an artist will drop like a bomb and then let the beat breathe for a second, so that it makes you stop and think about the lines that came right before it, and then for that, you know, the punch to like hit you after that. It's like a subtle version of that. I like it. Let's bring it one more time. One more time.
They said the Lord's coming, but it's been 2,000 years. Shadow of a ghost, the shade of a cloak of an ear. Now I'm following the chorus of a crowd of the mutineers. The leader of the pack is a stooge and a puppeteer. The feeder of the lack, the vipers and the profiteers. Career finances, shapeshifters and racketeers. Heard a child recite the words of a killer's prayer. Blame the children for being the victims. To the marketeers, it's strange how a drug dealer...
God damn. Let's fucking go, my guy.
Profiteers, career finances, shapeshifters and racketeers. Heard a child recite the words of a killer's prayer. Blame the children for being the victims. To the marketeers, it's strange how a drug dealer richer than a pastor. The church scolding the woman holding the alabaster.
I don't know if I agree with that. It's crazy how a drug dealer is richer than a pastor. At least here. So I know for a fact, at least two different instances. Number one is America, which I could speak on first half, where it's more of a known issue that pastors are looting and racketeering the public, and like you have there's no reason for your pastor to be pulling up in a fucking Bentley, like that's kind of like thing. And then it's also hinted too from when we were watching the This Is Nigeria video, where Nigeria, which happens to be again a heavily religious country, where they have issues with corruption within the pastordom, whatever the word is for that. So it's interesting that he's going that route. That why are drug dealers richer than pastors? It's an interesting perspective.
Heard a child recite the words of a killer's prayer. Blame the children for being the victims. To the marketeers, it's strange how a drug dealer richer than a pastor. The church scolding the woman holding the alabaster. The poor told wait for the life after. The rich dying in laughter, the style of the ringmaster. Every man's got a capability of being a bastard until they figure out why they're not inside a casket.
Let's go! That's a t-shirt. There's your t-shirt, my guy. Every man's got the capability of being a bastard. Let's go.
Of the ringmaster. Every man's got a capability of being a bastard until they figure out why they're not inside a casket. Divine spirit went for the shrine of kamikaze as an answer to a call on a bomb on Nagasaki. They said Kanye ain't worthy to represent the faith. It's kinda naive cause everybody's sin takes the cake. And it seems kinda strange how everybody's got a stake, saying the world's gonna end and theorizers got the shakes. I'm trying to see the full color spectrum of the loon. I'm casting dice for a lot in the middle of noon. The fate of the cause of history when they raid a tomb. Deja vu, like something I've seen on my radar loom. Still figuring out what it is I gotta do now. Feel like a stranger, like arriving in a new town with streets colder than dry ice. Supply price, life is cheap, but when a martyr dies for you, that's a high price. Feel kinda heavy.
This is heavy as shit. One of the things that get talked about in the interview is how this is a great introduction to who Landmark is. For those who don't know about the level of MC, the type of MC, and the type of lyricist that he is. Every sentence that he's putting together here is super fucking heavy, super dope. There's an overarching theme and motif throughout. Like, these aren't just random punchlines, these aren't just random lines. He's definitely putting together a piece of artwork with this one. I think it was an incredible idea too. The black and white picture goes really well with like the jazz undertones of the music and the fact that he's not doing the rah-rah type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, him delivering this in like that smooth jazz kind of tone with the beat and the visual. I think it's really well put together as a project as a whole. This is also the type of track that you're gonna listen to, the type of record where you're going to unpack something new every time that you listen to this. You could already tell the layers and the way that so many of the lines are interwoven with each other, that these ones aren't necessarily created for reaction videos because you're only going to catch so much the first time listening through. This is made to be one of those tracks that like breathe for a while, and every time you revisit, you go and you put a little piece of the puzzle together that you didn't catch the first time or the second time. I like this, man. This is dope.
Something needed to carry me. Still got a penny from a thought that burnt the calorie. I found something, but it took something away again. A trait that hit hard, like a needle in a vein. You seen how everybody lowers expectations. Nothing good could come from anything without an education. The axis of a hatred built on segregation. Second guessing everything, nobody celebrating. My time is ancient. Before Fabaluba, I'ma stand towering like the basilicas over Bruges. I'm after a future, Zambian space program. The source of the world's riches, the politics of coltan. Red, blue, gold of the Congo.
So that was a really interesting build up on the beat there. The music ends up getting very, very loud to the point where the vocals are almost getting drowned out. Now, I've pointed this out on one of his tracks before as far as the engineering goes, to where I did feel as though that there were parts where the volume levels were inconsistent. With that being said, I don't think that was the case here. I'm going to bring this back and we're going to listen to it again. I think this was 100% intentional. This did not seem unintentional. And I say that because it's giving you this like overwhelming build-up feeling as it's going on. So like he's running with this rhyme scheme, he's running with this theme, with this idea that he's delivering to you, and it's like it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier as it continues lyrically. But like it's also kind of metaphored into the music. Like the beat doesn't just jump up in levels. It's constantly growing to where it becomes more and more present in your headphones. Listen to this. This was pretty dope. This is like the type of shit that you would see in a movie.
It took something away again.
Listen to the horns. Listen to the horns. Also, this line right here where I found something, but it took something away again. That shit was incredible, my guy. Listen to the horns in the background.
High price. Feel kind.
It starts like here. That It's real low. Pay attention to that for the next minute.
Heavy like something needed to carry me. Still got a penny from a thought that burnt the calorie. I found something, but it took something away again. A trait that hit hard, like a needle in a vein. You seen how everybody lowers expectations. Nothing good could come from anything without an education. The axis of the hatred built on segregation. Second guessing everything, nobody celebrating. My time is ancient. Before Fabaluba, I'ma stand towering like the basilicas over Bruges. I'm after a future, Zambian space program. The source of the world's riches, the politics of coltan. Red, blue, gold of the Congo. Sifted with bare hands, making the world connect from here to Chicago. Morocco to Moscow, Santiago to Toronto. From the belly of Africa, spread like the gospel. Let the sun man speak again. Herman pulled blonde to tour. Out of the body, ancient well memory haunt. Poured like the water in the baptismal font. A savant of a different kind, music for commandants. It's a time for a reckoning. The soul needs a home, but the silence is deafening. And pain is a megaphone, rousing a deaf world cause its people are tethered. The star.
Yo. That fucking bar.
Herman pulled blonde to tour. Out of the body, ancient well memory haunt. Poured like the water in a baptismal font. A savant of a different kind, music for commandants. It's a time for a reckoning. The soul needs a home, but the silence is deafening. And pain is a megaphone.
Let's go. This is what I'm talking about. There are rappers who rap to make hits, who rap to make music, and it's like when I listen to Landmark, the reason I hold him in such a high regard, it's not because of the numbers, it's not because of hit records, it's because of the actual skill and talent and attention to detail that goes into the lyricism. Like, it's I don't know, like I explain it like this normally, like. When you listen to him, you're not hearing the generic rhyme schemes or the generic vocabulary or the generic diction that you're used to hearing. There's a certain intelligence to it. There's a certain kind of variety to hearing new sentences formed in ways that may not have been said before, instead of the same punchlines that you hear over and over and over again that might just be tweaked a little bit. Like this sentence could have been from a fucking best-selling novel. Listen to this.
It's a time for a reckoning. The soul needs a home, but the silence is deafening. And pain is a megaphone.
That's heavy as shit. Like that's like, to me, that's like button level deep into your fucking psyche type lines. Let's go, my guy.
Rousing a deaf world cause its people are tethered. The start of the next world in search for the remnants. It should be the known old ordinary people who beheaded the beast in the jungle as the heroes. The picture changed when money and power are the ego. A land of the people is a place where debris is thrown, the stench of wasted human potential that stays on lingering, follows a vicious cycle. Injury festing, known malicious title. Noise pestering and spinning in a downward spiral. I hitched the ride, a driver said to me that we must suffer. Can't be cruising at an altitude, chaperone like a butler. I said, damn, it's kinda hard to accept that anything can happen. In the line you could be next. We gon' figure this out. Tell my people we gon' figure this out. We gon' figure this out. Tell my people we gon' figure this out. We gon' figure this out. People, we gon' figure this out. We gon' figure this out.
This is dope.
Gotta figure this out.
Okay, Landmark with the drip. I see you, my guy. That was incredible. That was super fucking dope. Wow. Well fucking done. Let's go to the scorecard. Let's break it down. But I'll tell you what, that was worth the wait. I've been waiting for this project, and these projects from Landmark for a minute now. Well worth the wait. We are fans. If you did not pick up on that, we are 100% fans of Landmark. Target audience for this, yes, absolutely. Proper setting for this. When am I listening to this? This is its own vibe. Like this is a very special playlist, right? For me, because like I don't want this to be in the same playlist as mindless hip hop. I'm not putting this on my vibes playlist. I'm not putting this on my O2 Go gym playlist. Like, this is for, like, that backpacker playlist. When you're in the mood to listen to something that's got the more earthy, down-the-tone vibes as far as the music goes, and really unpack something with a message. This is also super dope shit to, like, show other people. Like, oh, I like so-and-so. I think is the best lyricist. You're like, yeah? Here, take this shit. Tell me what you think about this. This was incredibly fucking dope. Bars and lyrics. This job might have been perfect. Like, I'm telling you, this is going to be one of those things that every single time that you go into this, you're going to pick out something new, and you're going to like something new for it. There's nothing that I heard that I would have want to change. 25. This is 25 out of 25. This is like there was nothing that seemed corny or out of place. The motifs were the same and consistent from beginning to end. I may not have agreed with all the points that he was making, but that's irrelevant. The idea is to create conversation, to put a point of view or a perspective that's out there. It was 25 out of 25. The delivery, I think, like I said, there was a marriage between the beat and the music, the feel and the vibe, the way that he spoke over the beat, and then the way that the video was delivered. I'm telling you, I think this was perfect. This is a 25 out of 25. The beat selection was absolutely incredible. Based on the fact that we've had the volume levels go from nothing up and then down again multiple times, you could tell that it was intentional. I think I was spot on with that when we noticed that the first time. The sound quality you're mixing was fucking phenomenal. 15 out of 15. The effectiveness. Does this make you want to listen to this artist more? Does this make you excited for the EPs that are dropping? Does this make, like, yes, 10 out of 10. This makes me super excited for everything else. And then enjoyability. This is definitely something I would send to people on repeat. This is 100 out of 100. This was absolutely incredible. Shout out to Landmark. Let me know, do you agree? Do you disagree? Down in the comments below. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Let's go.